Rocket 21 traders. My name is Angie. Today I'm with Bethel. She is from China. Well, she's from Utopia, but she's currently living in China. She has a son and she's been trading with us since the beginning. So it's an honor to have you. Thank you for being part of our community and, being with us from the start. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, Angie. It's an honor to be here and be part of Rocket 21 family.
Of course. Okay. Well, so tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me about your story and how you got into trading.
Okay, like Angie said, my name is Bethel. I'm currently in China. I started trading a while back, a couple of years back. I got into trading. A random stranger just texted me on Instagram saying that they can show me a way to make money and everything. And I was like, oh, why not as a part-time? Let me just learn about it. Why not? And they got me introduced to IM Academy. I think most traders learn from IM first, or they get into IM first. And from there, looking around and looking for mentors and everything. Today I'm here with Rocket 21, and that's how my journey started.
Nice. So through IM, you got introduced to trading and Forex. Why did you decide to continue trading and how did you do you still do IM or you're out of IM now?
I'm out of IM.
Oh, okay. Do you so how after you got out of IM, what sparked that interest in you to continue looking for information on how to trade and how did you find this information?
Because being in China as a foreigner plus as a Black person is very difficult, and China doesn't have a lot of opportunities for, let me say, Black people, or in fact any other foreigners, for job opportunities. So I was like, I need to do something for myself out of this country that doesn't involve anything Chinese. So after I got introduced to IM, I just kept on going, and I've seen a lot of traders. They kept telling you to go on and not give up. It will work. You'll have that aha moment. You'll have your I got this moment. And it's just about being consistent, disciplined, and hardworking. And after I had my first son, I was like, I need to do this for him, because I don't want my son to be growing up to be looking for jobs and going through that employment system and that system. So I need to do this for both of us. So that's why I kept on going with trading.
Wow. Wow. So, well, that's amazing. How did you, what was your aha moment? Like when did that aha moment come?
A little over 6 months.
Okay. And how long
As
had
I
you been
was
trading before?
a couple of years, 3 years.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, definitely. That's pretty much like that's a lot of traders that's how it is for a lot of traders because there's so much to learn and then also like you'll learn like what trading is and then it's really like you get into the psychology of trading and that's when you really start to learn like when you so first you like figure out like what it is like like the like strategies stuff like that, but then once you get into the psychology of it is like the next step for you to be able to get to the point where you become profitable.
True,
Yeah,
very
like
true. Yeah.
yeah.
Because the first time, you think it's a get rich quick scheme, you think you're gonna make all the money, you're gonna catch all the pips in the market, no trading plan, no, sometimes I didn't used to use stop loss and so many things, like as you are learning more and meeting more people, learning from more people, having mentors and everything, you'll just realize that it's a step-by-step process. Like you just have to keep working hard, just be consistent in what you're doing. And that psychology is when the psychology hits, when trading hits, because without it, it doesn't work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, I agree. So when so were you was the first time you were profitable here at Rocket 21?
Yes. Actually, in another prop firm. Before Rocket 21, another
Okay. Have you always been like trading in trading firms, or have you like done use your own capital, or it's always been like you've been like getting funded?
When I first started trading, I used to fund my own accounts, my live accounts, but I kept blowing it back and forth, and I was so tired of blowing accounts. I'm like, okay, let me at least be disciplined, because it will give you a maximum daily drawdown, a maximum drawdown, and you just know that you're not gonna pass that one, and if you blow it, you're gonna come back to do it again, and that's how it started. Like, and no, Rocket 21 is not my first. I have other prop firm, but yeah, both prop firms have been profitable like for the past 6 months and plus, yeah, somewhere there.
Nice. That's nice. What kind of
Yeah,
account?
but having prop firm is much, I believe having prop firm is much convenient for, especially for beginners or somebody that is actually getting profitable, because if you can't be able to fund your own account with lots of money, then why not just invest a lot of money and get a bigger account as long as you have the skill set,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like for me, like trading firms help me with like my risk management and all that. Because like when I was funding myself, I would also blow accounts because I didn't like have that like risk like I didn't have like that like caution, like maybe I shouldn't, blow 5% of my account on just one trade, or like, like how am I gonna get past this? Like, or like make profits, not using all my capital, so like it's helped me in that way as well. What kind of account do you have with Rocket 21? What size account is it?
I have I have 100K and I have 25K.
Okay, okay, wait, do you have those two with Rocket,
Yeah,
and they're both funded?
just the 25K.
Okay, okay, nice. And
I'm
how
working on the 100K.
okay, okay, how for how long have you had the account active?
Honestly, I can't say. I actually can't remember. A couple of months.
Nice. And have you been able to receive multiple payouts? Like what's the most you've made with Rocket, and or how consistently have you been able to be profitable with your
I've
account?
had, yeah, I've had rocky days and good days. The highest I've been paid out is $2,300. Um, I've had like two payouts before that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually pretty consistent from where I started, like, because it's a process, yeah. Like, you can't get to a mill in a day or in a month
Yeah.
or in a week. So it's a process. I'm here. I'm glad to be here, because your first payout is actually when you be like, yes, I actually can do this. Yeah. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's my first few payouts, but definitely not the last ones.
Oh
There's
no.
more
No, there's
coming.
more coming, girl. Definitely.
Yeah.
Just keep it going. So how has this been able to change your life? Is this the only thing that you do, or do you work or something? This is all you do. So how has this changed your life? Living in China, with all the things that you've, gone through, all the in, like how has it changed you being able to, profit this way?
It has changed my life more than I can talk here, but let me just say a little bit about it, because I get to stay at home with my son. That's the first thing. I get to train my son. I get to teach my son. I get to have a mother every day,
Mhm.
and I get to be around him. This is the most important one for me. Like, and when I first started, I didn't have anything to do. I used to teach English, but then it got rocky in China. Like, all the legal things got rocky, so I had to stop. And then, like, I was trading the whole day kind of thing before I got profitable. And
Mhm.
then, I had the whole day for myself and for my baby, and he was too small. I used to trade the whole day and I keep blowing accounts and everything. But when I got that aha moment, like I told you, it changed everything for me. Like, I know what time I'm gonna trade. I know what time I'm gonna open my charts and markup and wait for the market. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't come, then tomorrow is another day to catch some pips. Yeah. So it changed my life. First and foremost, I get to spend my like, that's the only thing that matters right now. And the other thing is I don't have to risk anything in China. You know, there are so many people getting detained and everything, a lot going on here. So I don't get to risk myself in that kind of way, doing illegal things, illegal works. So it has been amazing for me, honestly. And also my boyfriend trades, we trade together, and you know, I get to have a better relationship with him, kind of. We have something in common. You
Mhm.
know, I get to spend all day with him because he's a full-time trader too.
Oh,
And
nice, nice.
it's been amazing. Trading has helped me a lot, and I'm sure I'm gonna help a lot of people, especially back home in Ethiopia. You
Yeah.
know, I get to teach a lot of people and change a lot of people's lives, hopefully.
Yeah, wow, that's absolutely what a blessing. That's huge, honestly. That's incredible. I'm so happy to hear that you've been able to like change your life and like just have this experience, especially being able to be a present mom. Like that's like so amazing and so inspiring to so many women around, the world because, a lot of women are maybe going through these type of things and they don't know that there's another way. So that's when you come in and you kind of show them that light, that's
Yeah.
amazing. That's amazing, Bethel.
Sure. Thank
Okay.
you.
Tell me a little bit about your trading plan. You were talking about how you now you stay out of the market at certain times and you know when to get into the market. So tell me a little bit about that.
My trading plan, basically I trade only New York,
Hmm.
which is, here is nighttime. It's like my day is upside down. I trade nighttime and sleep mornings.
Okay.
So I trade New York only, opening of New York, maybe for 2 3 hours. If I see a good setup, I take it. I only risk 10 to 15 pips maximum. Go to one to do 1 to 4 risk to reward. And
Nice.
then basically my trading plan is this, and I don't rush things. I no longer rush things. That's when, you know, things start getting looking good and better, and it gets better every week because I'm still learning. Even if I had payouts, even if I'm being profitable, but I'm still learning, you know, because market doesn't keep the same way every day, right? It changes and it has rocky days. So
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
still learning, and yeah.
Yeah, okay. So with your so what kind of so you trade only New York, what time is it does it the market open in China time for New York
10 p.m.
session? Like
10
you're
p.m.
10 p.m. Okay. Okay, so that's not like too late either. That's like right now, right? Right now it's
Yeah, right
around.
now. This
Okay.
is my awake time.
Wow. What? Oh yeah, it's 9:30. Yep, yeah. New York
Yeah.
session right now. I almost
Yeah.
forgot. Okay, cool. And what kind of pairs do you trade?
I trade USD CAD, Euro USD, and GBP USD.
Okay, okay. Oh, so do you hold your trades a little bit longer? Like, are you intraday or more scalp
Yeah.
or swing
I'm
trader?
more of a scalper.
You're more of a scalper. Okay. Okay, so you look
Couple of hours.
okay, so you wait for those opportunities, a 1 to 4 opportunity, like you're kind of wait. Do you always wait for like a 1 to 4, or like is that just based on like how your strategy is?
I don't always wait for 1 to 4. You know, sometimes I'm inside a market, it does 1 to 1, and I close it. You know, like that psychology part and that, you know, connection with the charts. You know, sometimes you just feel like once you're inside the market, you just feel like, even if you have a trading plan, you know, you just connect with the charts and you're like, nah, this is where I go out, or I'm just satisfied for the day. But usually my highest is 1 to 4. I
Okay.
have 1 to 3, 1 to 2, sometimes 1 to 1, even break even days, but somewhere in between there, because I don't want to risk a lot of pips. I rather remove myself from the market and come back tomorrow. So I don't, yeah.
Oh, that's smart. I like how you said that it's a connection, because it's true. Like you don't like yes, like your trading plan is maybe 1 to 2, 1 to 3, 1 to 4, but not every setup is the same. So like it's like really when you feel okay with like what you did and being able to take that profit and coming back or breaking even and coming back, fresh the next day, ready for a new setup. That yeah, so what kind of strategy do you use? How is your strategy? Tell me a little bit about your strategy and what you look for in the market.
Basically, it's price action. I
Mm.
do price action. Supply and demand zones. I trade supply and demand zones. Look for higher time frame directions and enter in a lower time frame. Basically, what everybody kind of does, but when it comes to little details, everybody does it different. But it's just
Mhm.
production and supply and demand.
Okay, you said you enter on lower time frames or higher time frames?
Lower time
Oh,
frames.
lower time. Look, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay, awesome. And do you so what kind of mentors did you have? Who were your mentors that like kind of taught you the way?
Oh, I've learned a lot from a lot of people, but actually he's Alex mentee. I learned a lot of things from Jordan.
Oh, okay, okay. Nice.
Yeah,
Nice. He's
yeah,
awesome.
it actually started clicking in for me after I started learning from him.
Oh, nice.
Surprisingly, I'm with yeah, I'm
That's
with Rocket
awesome.
21, and yeah, he's the ambassador of Rocket 21.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Oh, that's awesome. And
that's
that's
where I stayed.
you said say again?
I said that's where I am right now. Like my final strategy I'm gonna learn is his, because when I got to learn his strategy and put everything in the way I've seen the market and everything, it just clicked for me.
That's
Yeah. But
amazing.
I've
Yeah.
had so many mentors, so many people, so many scammers, or so many people selling you what doesn't exist, basically. So I've had a rocky rocky journey getting here.
Yeah, I get that. I understand that. That's really cool though, because like people will be like, oh, I learned from this person and that person, but like it's cool that like you learned from someone else in our community, and it clicked for you. So it's depending on like it clicks for everybody different, depending on like the different styles or even just how you explain it. It could be the same information, but like you could explain it differently to someone, and then you could like kind of it could make like a click, and you could be like, oh, okay, and then like little by little you're just like tweaking and adjusting and getting better with your strategy and your trading. So that's awesome. Like
Yeah.
that's yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, they're awesome. He's awesome.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. So in terms of psychology, how has trading changed your psychology, and how have how have you been able to develop habits around trading and your psychology for you to be able to become a profitable trader?
That's the toughest one. That's more than the learning how to trade and everything. That's the toughest one. Honestly, I got to that psychology place where I am right now is I started off with books. For me, my journey, it was books. I had to read certain kind of books and do certain kind of things and throughout my day, because the psychology is basically discipline. Yeah, it's just, and having the right mindset towards it, and kind of manifesting what you are looking for and being connected with what you're looking for. Yeah, so for me it's books, usually mostly books, and some audios helped as well.
Mhm.
Books like See You at the Top, those kind of books really helped me a lot, and it actually changed my life and my trading journey, because it's when I got to read those things that I start realizing what I'm capable of, like not what society has taught me, because we're basically taught to focus on the negative, focus on our losses, focus on the bad things, focus on our problems. When you start overlooking those things and be grateful for what you have, the little that you have, if you wake up and say, I'm grateful for the food on my table, grateful for the lights, grateful for everything, that's when I start becoming, you know psychologically aligned with trading and stuff. So it started off with books for me.
Nice. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those are just like different stories. Like you're living different lives, so you could understand different things, you know. So I love books personally as well. I haven't been reading as often as I used to, but it definitely books and audiobooks help me too. Those are mentors, and it's just different, like just so different, like than like what you like you said, like what you hear in the like around us in the world, like it really you really don't hear like what you'll read in a book or listen into a book. Like like it's just such a different perspective that it really changes like the way you really are as a person. Like I like books are everything, and honestly, like I think everybody should read. And the people that don't like reading, they just don't know how to read, or like not how to read, but like how to read. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, right? When you know how to read, like okay, because it took
You're
me
missing out.
yeah, it took me time to learn how to read,
Yeah.
you know, like to really like be able to enjoy a book. So, you know, people just like need to get into it and like kind of like, you know, like open themselves up to allowing that information, not thinking like, oh, it's boring or I have to sit down and read. Like, oh, like no, it's like it's fun actually. It's actually nice. And like after you're done, you feel like kind of like a burden off of your shoulders. I don't know if that happens to you, but when I read, like, I feel like my shoulders
Yes,
are like lifted, my mind is like clear and like light, like books is like a beautiful thing. I love it.
I love it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I actually have somebody I can talk to about it. Because, like, when I was working before a year ago, like I from my house to my workplace, it's like taking the metro would be around an hour. So every time I'm in the subway, I'm just opening my books, reading, highlighting the books, and Chinese people will be looking at me, look at this crazy black person, like, why is she reading a book? I used to do it every day, but they don't realize like how much information you're gonna get. And most of all, you know yourself, like you know where you stand, like, and you know that it's not just you, and there are powers helping you, some lifting you up. Like, I
Mhm.
don't know how to put it, but it's just you get relieved. And after I read a book, I used to be so eager to go to work, not to go to work, but the journey to read a book. Because when I'm usually at home, my son is so attached and he doesn't allow me unless it's his nap time. And when it's his nap time, I got to do certain things and take care of me, take care of the house and everything.
Yeah.
So like that was my time to read. So
Oh,
like I used to treasure that moment really. Like I used to love it, because inside book you get so many information you can never get anywhere, not
mhm.
even from audiobooks, not even from all those podcasts and everything, but from a book. When you start reading, it will open your eyes in a different way. So I love books.
Yeah.
Like, and I was never a reader. I It's after I start trading that I start reading books, because everybody kept talking about this psychology thing. I'm like, what am I missing?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I honestly, I never even heard about like learning your psychology until I became a trader also. I was just because I started trading first. I used to do options, and I was kind of just taught like you know, strategies, like, you know, what to do, whatever. But like I didn't know the psychology part of it. I started reading just because I started to get interested, like why do these mentors and people say read, you have to read, you have to read. So I'm like, there has to be something to it. And then like I actually started to get into it. I started reading books that like caught my interest first, you know, things that I could read like that were very interesting at first. Like I started with just like what was the first, well actually what got me into like personal development books was How to Think and Grow Rich, because after I finished that book, I felt like so different. Like my mind was like, whoa, like so that's when I got into reading like personal development books. But before I was reading more like story books, like still like, you know, you still learn from those books, but it was more like adventure books and like, you know, stuff like that. That was like more interesting to read, I guess you could say. But like I just didn't know how interesting a personal development book is, because they also guide you through stories. Like those books are also stories. Like people, they're not just like information. It's like they give examples through their lives life or through stories or through like, things that happen. And that's like the same thing. But I didn't like understand that before. So like after that, like I kind of like read that book, that my mind kind of opened to like just developing more and wanting to read, and like that thirst for reading. And yeah.
It's just a different kind of feeling, honestly, right?
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it. I recommend everybody to start reading. Definitely, like there's just so many books, and like there's mentors for everyone, there's books for everyone. So yeah, like maybe you like certain books that I won't understand, or you'll get things from books that that I could get differently. Like you could get something from a book and I'll get something different from the same book. So yeah, definitely read.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So what give me like a few tips that you would give traders, maybe just starting off or just watching you and on this journey as well. What would you tell them?
Keep pushing, keep looking at charts, keep studying, keep learning, keep reading. I would say keep reading, because like maybe they don't think that reading a book might open up their psychology, or or whatever best works best for them, but work on your psychology part of the trading journey, because that is the major part, because we can all learn, oh, this is the resistance, this is the support, but it's hard to learn about us and what's inside. And I read somewhere, to change the way you live, you have to change the things that you do, or to become the change you want, you have to change certain things. So like try to look at yourself inside the head, inside the heart, and everywhere, to grow, because books might have helped me, some people it might be something else. So like work on that. And the other part is show up every day, because if you show up every day, it's definitely gonna work. Everything, not just trading, in life everything works if you show up every day. And if you keep working hard, this is what I have to say for new traders. And you're gonna make it. I'm also gonna make it. We're all gonna make it if we keep being consistent and disciplined. Yeah.
Yeah. And staying positive and just enjoying the journey, like you said, like just like treasure the little things and just enjoy it. And understand that you will make it. Like you said, we will make it. Like everything that our hearts desire will come to pass. It's just, a matter of the discipline and staying consistent and showing up and growing and allowing ourselves to learn and develop ourselves into the person that deserves all our dreams and goals, and to the point where we're able to even handle them.
It's a process. Blowing accounts is normal. Failing or feeling like you want to break your laptop, throw your phone, everything is normal. It's
Oh
a
yeah.
process. As long as you show up and you are just be positive. Now, when I lose money, it doesn't used to affect me like it used to. Before, it used to ruin my day. Like I used to get pissed off at everything, everyone around me. But now it's just part of it. Like it's not gonna be like I'm gonna make. If I wanted to do that, I would just go get hired and wait for my monthly salary or weekly salary or whatever. So like it's part of the game. You have to lose, you'll lose and you'll earn. But
Mhm.
let your earning be higher than your losses, so that
Yeah.
and learn from your losses. Like everything is a lesson or a blessing. A lesson is also a blessing, because you get to learn from it.
Yeah,
So yeah.
always. Yeah. Yeah, and as you continue learning, the losses, like you said, don't affect you as much because you understand why. And so like they're not the same type of losses. Like we've definitely all gone through that, where you kind of just get so frustrated. But if as long as you keep going, you're gonna definitely like, get past it. And like you said, just have bigger earnings than losses, and that's the goal. There's always gonna,
Yeah.
nothing's ever gonna be like only perfect. Okay.
Also, breaking even is a good win.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, if you're not, if it's not doing what you want, or if it's consolidating or something, might as well. And then just wait for a new day, new setup.
Remove greed from your dictionary, kind of thing, because if you are greedy, if you think you're gonna catch all the pips in the market, like you can come back for it tomorrow. Like if you remove greed out of trading, whatever trading journey that people go through, remove greed. Like if you remove greed, then you are one step closer to your dreams, because greed is the enemy of trading. Because if
Right.
you are greedy, you think all the winning trades will go back to stop losses. Like learn how to have what you have and leave the market, even if sometimes, that's why I said, even if sometimes my 1 to 4 don't reach, even if it's 1 to 2, I'll just be like, man, let me just here, I'll go and come back tomorrow, because you
Mhm.
can never go broke taking profits.
Facts. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the greed is huge, especially when the market takes off and you're kind of just like, oh my God, and you try to get in. Like I feel like that's when like my greed will come in, like when the market like does something I know and it starts to take off, and either I'll like counter trend it or try to get into it. Never works out. Like it's always better to wait until it stops, like until it stops the volatility and you kind of could see everything when what's going on, then you could. But yeah, that's like I guess when my my greed comes in, like when the market takes off on me. But
Yeah.
anyways. um okay, so how has your experience with Rocket 21 been? Tell me a little bit about that.
Rocket 21 has been amazing. I would like to talk about the support, the customer support. They're super helpful, super nice, super helpful. If you have questions, like they would explain to you very well until you get it, until you're satisfied. That's the first thing. The second thing is just transparency with Rocket 21 has been amazing. It's been super, super amazing, because if you get to see the CEO of a certain company and they're leading you, they are showing you what they're doing. They're doing the same thing as you are doing, and they're transparent with everything that their company has to offer. I believe there are only few platforms that does that. So Rocket 21 has been good. Anytime payouts are there, it's on time. I've never had problems with payouts. I've never had problems with anything basically in Rocket 21, and it's been good. It's been a good journey.
Oh, thank you so much, Bethel. Well, we would love to have you here. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me and a little bit about your journey. It's an honor and it's so cool to talk to a woman because I usually interview like male traders. So it's like awesome to talk to a girl and like just know like that there's other women out here on the same journey and just overcoming everything and conquering each day. So yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate you and I wish you the best on your journey and with your babies and everything like that. And thank you
Thank
for
you,
being
Angie.
part of
Thank you.
Rocket, of
Thank
course.
you, Angie, for having me. I really enjoyed this interview, and I really enjoyed talking to you. And thank you, Rocket 21, for creating platform like this for traders that couldn't fund themselves and that couldn't have live accounts on their own. It's such a blessing. Thank you. Thank you, Rocket 21.
No,
And thank you, Angie.
thank you so much, Bethel. All right, traders. Well, this was Bethel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.